Have I got a special treat for all of you today. Before you buy your next sports car, I'm begging you to stop and just watch this video and make the comparison so you can make the best decision for your life. You know I'm a big Chevy guy, you know I'm a big Corvette guy, but you also know I am a car lover. I love all cars, I respect all cars, but I have to show these comparisons because I just find it very interesting on how things are priced in the sports car world. You had absolutely no clue on what I'm about to show you because this is going to blow your mind. This is a C8 Z06, and this is a 718 Boxster Spyder RS, the GT4 version, not the GT3, but the GT4. And we've got a special treat for you. Both of these cars right here, right next to each other, is going to be an amazing comparison. And I'm going to show you all exactly what these things cost, what they sound like, what they feel like compared to a C8 Z06. So then for all the people out there who are wondering which way should I go, hopefully today you make your decision. So I have my good friend here, Mr. Miles, all the way from Jersey, the East Coast. From the East Coast, he brought this beautiful, what color is this?
Ruby Star Neo.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yes, so we brought this thing here. I'll give him a quick chance to kind of give his quick little story on what he does. He has a YouTube channel too as well, so you guys should make sure you follow him if you're not following him already.
Yeah, so I'm Miles. I make videos on YouTube, car reviews, cars with Miles on YouTube and everywhere else. I'm here with the car because I'm making a video on the life and death of the Cayman and Boxster because they're killing it in favor for the 718 EV that comes out whenever that comes out. So that's what we're here today for.
And you heard that. They're killing it, but guess what they're not killing? They're not killing the C8 Z06, that's for sure. So first we're gonna start with this car right here. Like I keep on saying Cayman, but it's not a Cayman, it's a Boxster. What is the difference? For the people out there who have no clue what's the difference between a Boxster, Cayman, 718s, there's all these different numbers. Like what is it? Why do they do that?
So 718 is just the generation name, even though it's technically 982 because the previous generation was 981, but then they also call it 718. That part I have no explanation for, but 718 Boxster just means convertible version, but this is a Boxster Spyder, which means it's a convertible, but it's fully manual. So if you plan on taking the top off, you should probably factor in another 10 minutes before you leave for the day.
Yeah, imagine if it's cold outside too.
I mean, once you own the car and you get good with it and you're like a pro, you could probably take it down in like a few minutes, but it took me like 10 minutes on like my first couple of attempts. So yeah, the Spyder just means it's a manual hardtop version of the Boxster. The Cayman is the coupe, so there's no convertible version of that. That's just a strict hardtop coupe version.
That would be more my style too. I'm not a huge fan of convertibles, especially soft top convertibles, but if I had to pick, if I was going with this car, I most likely would get the Cayman version. Yeah. So yeah, let's talk about like some of these cool features that you have on the outside of this. Obviously it's a convertible, so we clearly know that, but like, yeah, what are these differences? Because like I said, this isn't the normal Boxster, right? This is the GT4 RS. So this is the highest trim level, highest performance package you can get on a Cayman or Boxster. So what makes this so special?
The main special thing is the engine, of course. It has the same power plant that's in the GT4 RS, which is in the GT3, of course. So you've got just about 500 horsepower. It's like 493. You might see a 5 if you dyno it, but I don't think anyone's dynoed these yet. Starting price is around 100.
They dynoed it. What the heck? What kind of car people are these?
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely going to be more of like a collector car, whereas the GT4 RS, I feel like more people will actually
typical Porsche guys.
Yeah. So starting price is like 160 grand, so not insane for a Porsche.
Wait, hold on a second, hold on. So you're saying this right here, this mid-engine car right here, this small thing, it's pretty, you know, it's not, I'm not gonna say it's ugly or anything, it's pretty, but this is starting 160,000, but the C8 Z06, this monster, this orange beast starts at 110.
It's the Porsche tax, man. It's the Porsche tax, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, okay.
Yeah, but that's only the beginning, right?
It's only the beginning.
We've got to get through $40,000 in options. So we can start with the most expensive one, which is the wheels.
The wheels. Okay. So, and these aren't carbon fiber, right?
No.
Okay, they're not carbon fiber. Okay.
So they're Centerlock forged magnesium wheels.
Okay.
These are $15,600.
$15,000. Do y'all hear that?
Yeah.
$15,000 for non-carbon fiber wheels. For those of you who had the Z07 package on your C8 Z06, you know how much you paid for those, and I don't know if it was $15,000. Go on.
All right. Then we have the Y-Sock package, which isn't really a performance package. It's just turning certain elements like this
Carbon
right
fiber.
here, like this.
It's a nice touch.
This duct right here, carbon fiber.
Yeah.
This carbon fiber.
Nice touch.
The boot lid is carbon fiber.
Okay, nice touch. I like that. I like extra carbon fiber. I see this carbon fiber piece back here too.
Right. Even this, so this is fully just fabric. Like this piece right here, that's carbon fiber. That's matte carbon fiber. The hood is carbon fiber.
Carbon fiber.
But all these pieces on the mirror caps as well. But if you didn't have Y-Sock pack, all those things would just be the hard black plastic.
Gotcha.
But
okay. I'm surprised they actually didn't make these carbon fiber as well, unless that's another option you can go with.
You might be able to add that. I'm not sure, but all that, the Y-Sock pack, 12 grand. I think $12,000.
$12,000 on top of the $15,000 non-carbon fiber wheels.
Yes. And then under the carbon fiber wheels, or behind them, are these carbon ceramic brakes. These are 8 grand.
8 grand. I think that's somewhat on par to that. But these are bigger brakes on the C8 Z06. I think. I believe so. I don't know.
I mean, I think the discs are probably comparable.
Yeah. 20-inch wheel up front, or no?
This is 19.
19. Okay.
Yeah. But this is, you know, a notably lighter car, so you probably don't need as big of a braking package, especially with less power as well.
Yeah. No, for sure. For sure.
Yeah. And then that's when you get into the inside.
Let's go into the interior real quick. Real quick break from the video, but we'll be getting back here in a moment. If you are tired of the terrible old school phone cases, or if you just don't have a phone case period for your phone, you need to get the Simply Carbon Fiber phone case. This phone case is incredible. It's beautiful, it's nice, and it's real carbon fiber in there. These guys don't mess around. simplycarbonfiber.com/Jess. The link is in my description. Click on it after this video. Go get your phone case, or go get any of the other amazing carbon fiber parts that they have on their website. And it's not really for your cars, it's for your other accessories that you have, your phones, your rings, your whatever you want. They have a ton of stuff on there. Go check it out, but just head through the link in my description to make it happen. Had to give you guys this service announcement here so that you know what's up, and then you can get some cool stuff like I've been able to get here. So head to the link in the description after this video. Simply Carbon Fiber, they make the best stuff. Don't go to any copycats, don't go to any fakes, go to the real one. Simply Carbon Fiber. Get beautiful stuff like this, and it works well. It's actually functional, it works well. The phone goes in, the phone's not falling out, everything is good. Go check it out right after this video.
There's not that much fancy stuff going on here outside of just the carbon fiber bucket seats.
I do like that. I wish the Z06 had that.
Which thankfully is a standard option, so you're not having to pay.
And it seems like you have a better fit too as well, as far as being able to fit in the seat if you want to track this. That's the one gripe I do have with my C8 Z06, is I feel like I slide around in my seat a little bit too much. Not like as much as I did in my C6 Z06, but I do definitely slide around a little bit in the C8 Z06. So I wish it had a little bit better tuck for the seat, but obviously I do know they make these for, you know, big Americans.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I will say Porsche's buckets are kind of underrated. You know, BMW has like the crazy bucket seats. I don't know if you've sat in those, and like the G80s and the M4s and stuff like that. They're good for track use and stuff like that, but not
for like driving across country.
Yeah, no. So I mean, the last time I had one of these cars was a GT4 RS. I probably put like 1,200 miles in it in a week, taking it all the way up and down California. And the buckets were fine. They were perfectly fine.
Wait, hold on a second. So you're saying starting at $160,000, this is what I get?
Well, that's for weight savings. That's Porsche's
So you're saying
excuse.
you take away things, you make it lighter by just taking away, not even like really adding like another piece that's just lighter. You just take away and it costs more. This math is mathing kind of interesting, you know? I guess it's mathing.
Yeah. And so then we got the Alcantara, or Porsche calls it Race Tex. That's, I think, $1,200. Yeah, it's $1,200 to get that. Otherwise, a lot of that stuff would just be leather. And then we've got the carbon fiber trim in the center console and in the door cards and things like that. And that's
you do have a cup holder.
We actually have 2 cup holders.
There's 2.
So
okay. Oh,
you can open that.
Fancy.
Yeah. And these, fun fact, these cup holders, this exact mechanism carries over into the Lamborghini Revuelto, since that's also a VW car.
I think the Huracans have something similar.
The Huracans also have it as well.
Yeah. I've seen that before. We did another video, which once again, if you haven't seen that video, it's the Lamborghini Huracan against the C8 Z06 on my channel. The green Huracan against the orange Beast is a really, really fun video. Definitely go watch that after this video.
But that's pretty much it as far as like heavy hitter options. The sound system, the Bose sound system is like $900.
Okay.
Which is, you know, it's not great, but I think if you're gonna spend that money, you might as well get the best system, because the bass sound system in the Porsches absolutely suck. They're terrible. I had like 911 Carrera T one time that had just the no option sound system. It was the worst sound system I'd ever heard. Like,
interesting.
It was god awful. But that's how you get from $160 to $211,000.
Oh gosh. Now I do notice on here you do have, like, on the older Boxsters and Caymans and all that stuff, you have the center exit exhaust, right? And now these ones, they have kind of that whole dual setup or whatever.
That's the RS thing. So
okay, so RS thing.
The Cayman version also has this exact same exhaust setup.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I like that, because I wasn't a huge fan of that center thing. I mean, although I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to create this look or whatever, but for whatever reason it didn't work. But this is cool. I can definitely get with that. Yeah. Interesting. Well, yeah, so that's it for the exterior.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. The paint is $3,000 as well, so not as much as other like Porsche paint to sample, which can go all the way up to like $30,000 if you get like a crazy paint to sample color.
Wow, that is crazy. Well, shoot, now let's move on over to the C8 Z06 here in a moment. All right, so you all know the scoop on my C8 Z06. I don't really got to spend a ton of time on it, but since we've been looking at Porsches for the first half of this video, you definitely got to look at this beautiful masterpiece right here. Obviously, my car is not fully stock. I got some aftermarket wheels here from Forgedlite. They're 20s up front, 20 by 10 with 21 by 13s in the rear, which is a stock sizing for C8 Z06 wheels. The nice things about these is they just have better offset, so it has that flush look right there, which is absolutely perfect. And then moving up front, I have a way bigger front splitter than stock, because I have this Z07R front splitter, which is something that we manufacture. So if you want one, make sure you go to Jesse Iwuji Performance.com so that you can get yours, or just shoot me an email at info@jesseiwujiperformance.com, and then you can get yours too as well. Moving on, nothing else too crazy here on the outside. I don't have aftermarket side skirts yet, but I will at some point. And then obviously I got the big carbon ceramic brakes on this car in the rear and in the front. These things are so phenomenal for stopping on a track and on the street. Biggest carbon ceramic brakes I've ever seen in my life. And then moving on to the rear, I do have exhaust here. I have the AWE catback kit, and it sounds phenomenal. Gives a little bit different tone and pitch to this C8 Z06, which for me is a big deal, and it's super helpful and it's super nice. Beautiful LT6 back here. It's not the LT7 that you're gonna see in the ZR1, but it is the LT6 with 670 horsepower. Obviously mine's making a little bit more because I have the Eventuri air intake in the rear, and I'll pop this rear trunk so that you can see it real quick. Beautiful Eventuri air intake back here, helping provide more power. Got my Speedway Composites cross brace kit right there to add to the rigidity for the car, and then also some ported throttle bodies from Solar Performance. Yeah, that's kind of the general overview of this beautiful C8 Z06. So for all the Porsche fans who are jumping onto this channel just to watch this video, you see my car, and I know you love it, and I know you want it. Taking a quick look at my interior. All of you have seen it, but if you haven't seen it before, this is basically it right here. I don't have the fancy carbon fiber seat, but it still is a decently, light seat. I mean, it's not the lightest in the world, but then not the heaviest too as well. Not a ton of carbon fiber craziness in here because I didn't pick that for this spec for this car, but it still looks good. I love the all black interiors. I do that on pretty much every car that I get, besides my eRay. My eRay is the first time I actually departed from that. Everything looks solid, it looks good. It doesn't look cheaply made. Love the stitching finishing and everything. You know, a lot of people want to complain and say, oh, the Corvette interior sucks. I don't see how this sucks at all. You have everything you could ever want. Everything's good quality. By the way, I have 36,000 miles on this car, almost 36,000 now, and everything looks super solid, looks super clean. Nothing's like coming apart, no craziness. Obviously, I did the vertical doors on this and I absolutely love it, but you can see the quality on these cars are great. Everything is here. It fits and finishes well. It's not coming apart like, you know, some other car manufacturers out there who have those kind of issues. Everything looks good. It's clean. It's nice. It's Corvette. A lot of options. This roof comes off too as well and goes right into the trunk. All right, viewers, so you've seen the C8 Z06, you've seen the Porsche Boxster Spyder GT4 RS over there. You've seen it all, both of them right next to each other. In the comments right now, let me know which one from just what you've seen so far, the exteriors and the interiors, knowing the price. By the way, that was 137 grand. This, with all the options that you see on it right now, $211,000. So 211, 137. Which one would you pick? Which one's your favorite? Some of you might pick this, but some of you might pick that. What's your thoughts? You've seen it all, interior, exterior, all that stuff. We're still gonna get into some more, but just right now, just from what you've seen, just the looks alone, what's your thoughts? Now, next up on the video, we're going to be doing an exhaust check. You already know, anytime I do these comparisons with other sports cars and supercars, I want to hear exactly what these cars are going to sound like. So we're gonna do a little bit of drive-bys so that you can hear both cars and then you can let me know in the comments which one sounds better to you. So before we do the drive-bys, I gotta hear the idle of this car. So Miles, fire it up when you're ready. And now you just heard the 718 GT4 Spyder RS. Now you're gonna hear the C8 Z06 on the idle. So Miles, when you're ready, fire it up so we can hear this baby. You just heard both cars. You heard the 718, you heard the C8 Z06. Go in the comments and let me know right now, which one do you think sounds better at idle before we start doing these drive-bys? Go in the comments right now. All right, Miles, so you got the plan now. You know exactly what to do. You're gonna do a few drive-bys real quick. We're gonna let the audience hear this car. You know exactly what to do so they can hear all the aspects of this sound of this 718 GT4 RS. And yeah, maybe some people like the four-banger, maybe they don't, but we'll find out next. All right. All right, so you just heard the 718 Boxster GT4 RS. What's your thoughts on it? Hopefully you heard it well. I know it's a little bit windy over here, and obviously I can't stand in the middle of the street right next to the car, but you still got to hear it. So what's your thoughts? What does it sound like? Because next up, you are gonna hear the C8 Z06. You've heard the C8 Z06, you've heard the Porsche now, you've heard them do the drive-bys, you hear what they sound like driving, but now next up, we're gonna hear what these things sound like at idle when you rev them up. Fire it up and give us about 3 or 4 revs. Was that like the launch control?
You basically gotta like brake boost it, because like if you just rev it in neutral, it'll only go into 4. So,
oh, gotcha.
Yeah, maybe don't include that clip of me like because the parking brake cut loose.
Well, I guess that's it then for the Porsche. One more time. All right, now a couple tries with the Porsche 718 GT4 RS. Now you heard the exhaust on it. It's obviously a little bit tricky to do the same revs as you can do in a C8 Z06, but now we're gonna move on to the C8 Z06 so you can hear exactly what that sounds like. Sorry for the wind noise.
Man, that's crazy.
Crazy loud, right? Now you've heard both. You've heard the C8 Z06, you've heard the 718 GT4 RS. What's your thoughts? Go in the comments. Which sound do you prefer the most? Do you prefer that flat plane crank V8 or the turbo 4-cylinder? Let me know in the comments right now. Now I'm about to hop into the 718. We're gonna go on a quick drive so that you can see exactly what my experience is like in this car. I've never actually been in this particular one. I've been in the GT4, but not the RS. So this should be pretty interesting and it should be pretty fun. We are in the GT4 RS, Spyder RS.
Yeah.
Yes. First thing I noticed is it actually got headroom. I thought with the smaller car, it wouldn't be that great, but it's actually not too bad. Fire this thing up. Obviously the Germans don't like to do it the way we do it. So it's on this side. So what do? Like just click it to the right?
Crank it. Yep.
Crank it. Fires up. All right, cool.
Yep.
And then we're gonna put it in the drive, right? So
yep. And if you want to get it all in the push down on the button.
Push down there, put it in drive, and then put it into manual mode.
Yeah.
Just so I can shift myself, because I like shifting myself.
Yep.
We're in all the great. I don't need to turn off any funky stuff.
Yeah.
We're good.
We can put on
loud.
Exhaust,
Yes.
PDK Sport.
PDK Sport. Yep.
And then that's sport suspension.
Okay.
And then that's pretty much all you need to do.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
So now we're good. We'll put the windows up a little bit so it's not too much crazy wind noise, but we can hear the outside still a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. We'll get this thing going. I can automatically notice that it is lighter.
Yeah, yeah.
It is lighter. I can just feel it in the steering wheel. This is definitely a lighter car. It's at least 500, 600, 700 pounds lighter. Yeah. I can feel that immediately. All right. Will the front end?
Yeah, the axle lift is up, so yeah.
Okay.
Good. Yeah, you can just go down.
Cool. Let's go down.
It goes up.
My car, I don't have that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Picks up pretty good.
Yeah.
Picks up pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't obviously have the same raw power that the Z06 has, but it's still pretty solid, especially for like a 4-cylinder car.
No, it's 6-cylinder.
Oh, 6-cylinder.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I thought this was a 4-cylinder. Okay, 6-cylinder.
So the base 718s are 6 cylinders.
The base is 6. Okay,
and then the RS cars and all the GT cars are 6-cylinder.
Gotcha. Oh, I like that right there.
Yeah.
Very, very crisp downshift. So the C8 Z06 I thought was pretty crisp too as well. But honestly, like just feeling that right there, it feels like the Z06 one is just maybe a little bit lazier.
Yeah.
But this is very, very crisp, very on point, very much there. I can almost feel like the gears too inside this transmission feel like they're even lighter too. Like I don't know, like there's certain things when you're a race car driver that you can sense certain things when you're feeling the mechanics work with the car, and I can feel that everything in this is just lighter. And I mean that's the Porsche way, right? You try to make it as light as possible. It's not about having the most horsepower in the world, but it's about having the best performance with what you got by making it a lightweight vehicle with decent power, great handling, and then just let the thing go.
Yeah, it's there must be some sort of like lightweight flywheel in the
something
car
because I can. It just feels different. Like I can feel each downshift. I can feel the gearing doing its thing, and it's just lighter. It just everything happens a little bit quicker.
Yeah,
so it's kind of nice. But like I said, like on the acceleration, it's good, but it's not. It's not the Z06 acceleration.
No,
you know, it's different. So there is a difference there.
Yeah, I mean it's down about 170-ish horsepower.
So this makes 500.
It's 493. So
493. Okay.
Just shy of 500.
Okay, still pretty solid for a lightweight car. and still gets up and goes pretty decently. Like, it's not going to break the tires loose like on hard acceleration, but it's going to give you what you want, which is grip. Like, that's what we all want. We want grip. We don't, as much as, you know, doing a smoke show looks cool, you know, it doesn't get you anywhere. If you want to be fast, you got to have grip. Being loose is not always fast. Loose around a corner a little bit can help, just to help rotate, but you don't want to be loose as far as your drive forward and you're not getting any kind of traction. That will never get you anywhere. But yeah, I mean, it feels pretty solid. It's interesting. It's the first time I've driven an RS, at least for the GT4s.
Yeah, hopefully there's a stretch where you can get it all the way up to 9. And
yeah, I mean, I probably could have. I'll make a U-turn here. I probably could have. Oh, look, another C8, but it's not a Z06. It's Stingray. See if I make a U-turn here and be able to get up to speed just a little bit. I can get to 9 grand before I get to the speed limit, which is kind of tough.
Yeah.
I like the feel of the steering wheel. Very comfortable in the hands.
Yep.
Okay. I'm only going to 8,000 there because I don't have that much room. But yeah. Okay, so it will break the tires loose.
Yeah.
It will break, and not in a way. It doesn't feel like it's going to kill me.
No.
But it definitely will let you have some fun. Yeah. Some reasonable fun. I like that. That's kind of cool. It's cool. A little fun little car.
What do you think about the induction sound?
You know what? So it's not bothering me that much now. Maybe if I drove for a long time, but like, it's definitely. It's loud. It's loud, but for me, it doesn't bother me because you got to remember, I go drive in NASCAR for 3 hours in a row with very, very loud sounds the whole time. So for me, like, that's not bad. I like that.
Yeah.
For others who maybe aren't used to it, they might not like it. But for me, I like it. I think it's cool. It's not too bad. I could drive around for hours like that. I could drive around a track day for hours like that. That'd be cool. But yeah, no, it feels good. The car feels super solid. The acceleration's definitely there. The car gets around. I mean, if we had some nice twisties and canyons or even a track, we could really feel what the handling feels like. But we're just on some straight roads, so it's not, you know, we can't do too much. But just for a little rip right there, it's not bad. Respectable. I can definitely tell that this thing, I don't even know. Okay, it's in. All the stuff on these German cars are all different places. So I'm like, am I in reverse or am I not? But yeah, no, it's cool. It's good. I can definitely respect it. Put it in park. Just do that. Boom, park, done. No, it was a little bit of a short drive, but that's one to kind of quickly feel the acceleration, quickly feel what kind of grip it has, you know, under throttle going straight, and then one to hear the car, one to hear it through the RPM band, and just kind of one to feel just the car just for a little bit. And, you know, overall opinion, I give it a plus. Now, is it $211,000 worth of experience? I don't believe so, but it's definitely worth something. It's not a bad experience, I'll tell you that. It's a good experience. Just I don't know if a 211 fits it. Now we're hopping into the Z06. So we're gonna let Miles drive the Z06 because I just drove the 718. And yeah, we're gonna just, you know, same thing, just quick little drive, just go up and down the street, you know, feel a little bit of acceleration and stuff. And then you guys obviously have seen this car a ton on the channel, but it's always nice letting other people drive it too as well so that they can, you know, get their experience. He's actually driven this car before a long time ago. About 2 years ago almost.
Almost 2 years ago.
Almost 2 years, yeah. So anyways, we're gonna go up and down the street real quick so that he can get his experience too as well.
Yeah, so I did drive a Z06 after. It was when they finally gave me a press car in like late 2023.
Take a big angle. Yeah, come here and then right. Yep. My car's really low in the front end. Unfortunately, I don't have the slow, super slow. There you go. Yeah, it's gonna scrape a little bit. There you go. Just try to minimize the scraping. All right. Love that sound.
Yeah, there's, you know, it's like they say, there's no replacement for displacement.
Yeah. And you were like, well, like half throttle right there.
Yeah. I mean, I was I was practically grannying it.
Yeah, you were. I could tell.
Yeah, it's still one of the best sounding new cars stock you can buy. Obviously, yours is tuned or has an exhaust on it.
Exhaust, exhaust. But still, the stock exhaust sounds not much different than that.
Yeah, it's not too much different from stock, which is crazy that you can have cars like that.
Yeah, with that much power, that kind of sound from the factory, it's nuts.
Yeah, I mean, I think we can easily say as far as V8s, Chevy is leading the pack right now. As far as, like, the best sounding cars on the market that you can buy, like straight from the factory, no mods. Like
because there really isn't NA V8s like at least flat plane cranks that are coming out like that.
I mean,
they're all turbo.
Even just today, they announced the new GT 350 and 350R, and that's no longer a flat plane crank. They're just boosting the Coyote motor. So just a Coyote. They even killed that. So.
Cybertruck just trying to run up on us.
Yeah.
Get out of here, Cybertruck.
Yeah. So I mean, there's not many flat plane V8s left. I mean, the McLarens are flat plane, but they're turbocharged.
Yeah, they're turbo.
They don't sound
muffles the sound
good.
a little bit.
Muffles the sound for sure. This is really it if you want like a real deal flat plane crank NA V8 experience. There's like pretty much nothing else you can buy brand new. This is it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I think that's why I think this really changed people's perception of Corvettes and GM as a whole.
And GM has always had great cars as far as on the Corvette line. I mean, ever since they started doing the Z06s, they've always been great. You know, obviously people wanted to never give GM the credit they needed
deserve,
to until this one.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Even there, you were like kind of full throttle, but then weren't.
And then my favorite feature is the pull both paddles and the free revving. That's like
it's pretty nice and very easy to do.
Yeah.
As you can see.
Yeah, it's great. It never gets old driving one of these. My only wish is that maybe one day they could put this motor in something else, like a Blackwing or something.
See, I don't know if it would sound good in a Cadillac. You know, it'd be. I mean, I don't know. Like, they would need to make another two-door, very sporty Cadillac for this to make sense in it. I don't know if it would make full sense in a normal big body Cadillac. Those things need the big V8.
Yeah.
This, I don't know what else they would put it in, because I thought about that. Like, what if they put it in something else? But I'm like, what? You know, Escalades, you know. I don't know. Like, what are you going to put in a truck?
Yeah. You're not going anywhere if you put that in an Escalade. It's going to be like a 10-second 0 to 60 in that car.
So, like, I don't know what else this would fit in, but it would, unless they did a mid-engine Cadillac, which I think would be so cool if they did that. A mid-engine, like, supercar Cadillac, throw this motor in there, or just throw a ZR1 motor in there, because that's what they do. They usually take the ZR1 motor and they throw it in there. Or sometimes they do the Z06 one, too, which is what they did with the LT4 and the CTSV.
CTSV,
What generation? Third gen CTSV?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sounds so good.
Those nice, like, cracks,
it's
you know?
So boom.
Yeah. I mean, what I love about the GT4 RS and the Spyder RS is the induction sound you're getting here, so you don't have to make your neighbors hate you and still have a good sounding experience.
And there's a quiet mode on this, which I think they have it on that too as well, where you can make this very, very quiet. Put it in weather mode, and it's super, super quiet, which is really, really nice. If you want to come into the neighborhood and be like ultra stealth. Yeah. Which I think they call it stealth mode.
Right, yeah. Like in the E-Ray,
Turn right back in here. You have to take it super slow, big angle here. Sounds so good. Big angle. I think you're going to take it straight on now. Yeah. I'd back up.
Well, I'm just trying to get further up. Okay.
Oh, you're going to make a big, okay, gotcha. Well, keep turning more. Slow. Yep, there you go. Just like that, yep. Okay, perfect. And then, boom. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have the front lift.
Maybe,
I should have got it.
Is there like an aftermarket mod?
I recently saw some aftermarket ones. Like, I just found out about it like in the last 2 weeks. So maybe I'll look into it. Maybe. If the price matches the actual benefit for me, maybe. Yeah. I'm pretty good at like avoiding scraping, or if I scrape, I just barely scrape. Yeah. The car's a daily. It's not like a collector car that I'm planning on reselling for $1 million 10 years from now.
That's the whole point of these anyway.
Yeah, you just drive it. If I need a new front splitter, I'll get a new front splitter.
Yeah. all this does is make me excited for GR1. Hopefully this year they
right there.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, reverse camera decides to not work sometimes. I don't know why. I don't know why. Someone help me out, please.
So have you taken it to the shop to see if like it's just like a...
I have. I took it to the dealership. They said they fixed it, and clearly they didn't fix it.
Wow.
So sometimes you gotta do without, right?
Yeah.
Supercar problems.
Yeah.
All right, you all. So you've seen it all. You've seen everything with these cars: the exterior, the interior, the idle, exhaust. You've heard them fly by. You got the experience of both of us driving these cars on the streets. Now, once again, go back in the comments and let me know, which one do you want most? Which one, if you had to go buy one right now, which one would you want most? Is the C8 Z06? Is it the Porsche 718?
Spyder RS.
Spyder RS. Which one? Which one do you want the most? Which one do you like the most? Which one are you most enthusiastic about? I know everybody has their likes, their tastes, or whatever. But by the way, 137,000, 211,000. Remember that in your decision. Write it in the comments right now. Which one do you prefer? Whatever it is, we'll respect it. It's all good. But anyways, that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you like the video, you comment, share it with your friends, you subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and then keep on watching these videos because they're super fun, and hopefully I can bring you even better content as we continue on down this road doing fun Corvette and just car stuff in general. So thank you so much, everybody, and I am out.